Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the pre-market pulse scan with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we put in your hand each and every trading day, Sunday through Friday. All right, so today I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is the post wave price trigger reports are on and popping. What else did you expect? Second of all, the bad news. The bad news is unfortunately, I have to cut today's pre-market pulse scan short. I do have other commitments that must be attended to. But I won't be gone long, folks. I will be back. And you know what we're going to do? I do like I always do on days like this. I make it up to you. So look out for probably a midday report right before lunchtime, a quick little midday report or something. We'll take a look. Also, for yous that are sleeping and slumbering, you know it's time to get up. You know the market is going to open in less than 30 minutes. So you got to be on. You got to get that cup of coffee. You got to go ahead and if you haven't done so, like I'm usually guilty of, you don't put your tickets in the market, your stuff ain't working. You need to go ahead and put those orders in. Full disclosure, I just finished putting all my orders in. Now I lucked out. I lucked out because no intraday price inflection points were triggered overnight. So I made out like a fat rat, meaning that I was able to get all my orders in and I'm good. I didn't miss any crashes or rallies. So I'm good. Now, I did miss this little continuation pattern we got in the Russell, but I'm not tripping off of it though. And the reason why I say I'm not tripping off of it is because of the situation that we got going on. You know, you can't chase markets, and this NASDAQ has been breaking way down. We done dropped from the 95 handle to the 93 handle. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. Let's take a look-see. All right, so these overnight markets, the Dow is up 223 points at 25,755 on its way to 26,000. NASDAQ 100 is down 74 and a quarter points at 93.58 and a quarter. The E-mini S&P 500 is up 10 and three-quarter points at 30.46 and a quarter. The Russell, which I made my hustle, is up 13 and a half points at 1449.9. Bitcoin futures composite index is up 240 bucks at 9,410. It should be noted though that this thing was a lot lower. Overnight low is 9,055. So nice $400 rally, basically almost in this recovery of the Bitcoin futures composite index. Nat gas off 2 cents at $1.86. Crude oil is off 7 cents at $32.72. I did look at possibly doing options, doing a put on the future side of things, but I forgot just how expensive the puts are on the futures, man. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man. I wasn't gonna pay, $30,000 for a put option. I just couldn't do it. Because worst case scenario, if you wrong, that's a lot of butter. You out a lot of butter. If that thing loses all its value and goes to zero. With me, I always calculate my risk of ruin before I put any ticket on. Straight up, you got to calculate your risk of ruin. And when you're dealing with options, you got to do a little bit more calculating. If you're using the Black-Scholes model, I'll pray for you because that is an outdated model that has been debunked. As a matter of fact, I know someone who actually did that, and it was pretty tight. I gotta admit, I gotta give him his props. It was pretty tight. So yeah, if you're using black shows, that's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, moving right along. The long bond is down 28 30 seconds at 177.01. That's 177 and 1/32. Gold futures are up $10 at $1,736.70 an ounce. And we got silver, which is up 10 cents at $17.86 per ounce. Taking a look at the US dollar, it is getting worse. All right, moving a little bit lower into that 98 handle now. We're at 98.73, down 32 pips. Looking at the euro dollar, up 47 pips at 110.42. Pound sterling up 40 pips at 122.96. Aussie is up 46 pips at 66.52. Canadian dollar off 2 pips at 137.48. Euro yen up 33 pips at 118.93. Dollar yen is up 30 pips at 107.73. And your Kiwi is up 28 pips at 62.16. Flipping over the food stuff, we got soybeans off 2.25 points at 8.46 1/4. Corn is up 1.25 at 3.21 3/4, and wheat is now up 2.5 at 5.07 even. All right, so coming into today, looking at our notable quotables. All right, here is your current market conditions. Canadian dollar is in a official recovery status, meaning that we're in a bull market retracement off of the highs, and we are pulse waving negative. Flipping the script to the Australian dollar right now, the Australian dollar is in a official bear market, and we have been pulse waving positive, but today we got that crash alert that we must contend with. Taking a look at the euro yen, it's still in a bear market correction off the lows, and it is pulse waving positive. Looking at the euro dollar, we are in a bear market that is retracing off the lows, and it has a rally alert coming into today's trading. Excuse me. Taking a look at the British pound, the British pound is in a bear market and is pulse waving positive off the lows. The New Zealand dollar is in a bear market, and we have a crash alert for today, even though the market had been pulse waving positive. So this is a sign that it could be topping out. So I would say the New Zealand dollar and the Australian dollar have that in common, that they got the crash alert. So that means we could be topping out from the dead cat bounce off the lows. Looking at the Japanese yen, you're in a bear market retracement, and the market is pulse waving positive. Looking at corn, the market is in a bear market retracement, and it is pulse waving positive. Soybeans are in a bear market retracement, and it is pulse waving negative. All right, taking a look at the and by the way, the soybeans are acting as if they could be finding a bottom. So that's something to think about here on the beans. The downside may be a little limited. Looking at wheat is officially in a bull market, and it has been pulse waving negative, but it looks like we could be nearing a bottom there too. How do I say that? Is because if you take a look at the momentum readings for today under the alert, you will see that on actually no, you know what, you don't. I forgot. I'm looking at a different configuration. So you're right, you don't see this. But suffice it to say, you've been pulling back in the wheat. It's not officially in a corrective state, which means that whatever pullback you've been experiencing in the wheat, it looks like that downside could be limited, and it looks like the same thing for soybeans, except for wheat's bullish, soybeans is in a bear market retracement. All right, the Dow is officially still in a bear market, and it's pulse waving positive. Now, you're probably saying, yeah, but last night you said something else. Correct. Remember, last night we were looking at the algo charts and we were looking at it from a different perspective. Those charts have not been updated to coincide with the reports just yet. That's something I'm working on. So remember my rally and crash alerts that I give out during this segment is based on a more macro time frame and taking a longer overall view and perspective. All right. Excuse me. The Bitcoin Futures Composite Index has a rally alert and it's in a bull market and it's been pulse waving negative, unfortunately. Taking a look at the E-mini S&P 500, we're still in a bear market, but the market's been pulse waving positive. Gold futures is in a bull market, but we have a crash alert for today. Nat gas is in a bear market with a crash alert for today. The NASDAQ 100 is in a bull market and it's been pulse waving positive. However, we have evidence that it looks like the market is topped out temporarily because we have a this is an old school alert, but we do have excuse me, my throat. We got a negative bot check. Those who have been with me for the longest know what I'm talking about when I say a negative bot check. Yep. Selling pressure is what the NASDAQ 100 is under right now. So it's still in a pulse wave positive position, but the bot check, if that increases throughout the day, it could flip us from a positive pulse wave perspective into a negative bias, meaning that we'll start negatively pulse waving. And then that will add in more bears and more sellers, and then you know what happens from that point. All right, looking at the crude oil futures, that's in an official bear market still. We are not officially, even though we bounced significantly off the lows, we are still not in a recovery state. The overall trend is still bearish, bear market, and we have a crash alert for today, even though the market's been pulse waving positive off the lows. Looks like that upside is potentially topping out. Taking a look at the Russell, which I made my hustle, is in a bear market still, but it's been pulse waving positive. And last but not least, silver futures are in a bear market, pulse waving positive, but we've been having a negative bot check that has been weighing on prices. If that negative bot check continues, we will switch from a bullish to a negative bias. Excuse me, bearish bias, and we could relock in on these downtrends. So definitely be watching, folks, because you could relock in at any moment for the S&P, for the Dow, all right, for the Russell. Just keep your eyes wide open on this one, all right? Don't go into it blinking, because if you blink, you may get smacked. All right, so let's see. I see. I got a lot of stuff here in this one. Let me take a look here. Let's see. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate the love. Rob in the live chat says, if anyone is on the fence, I can't thank this man and his team enough. We have one of the best systems, hands down, if not the very best trading methodology out there. Crazy, wild, wild west markets. Thanks for the love, Rob. I appreciate that. I really do. We do strive each and every day, man. That's what we do. Everybody smash that like button. You know what time it is. All right. Oh, you wait for that euro yen trigger? Me too, Kyle. Me too, man. I got that all posted. Oh, for those that don't know, I did update all of my open orders, working positions, all that stuff. So go to the trade room and check on the alerts tab. I did post that this morning. The euro, man, yeah, the euro is supposed to track with the S&P 500 too, but to be honest with you, it's never been as good as the euro yen. I never really bought into that school of thought. If you want to play off the U.S. equity market. The best one is the euro yen, not the euro dollar. Euro dollar does hang in there from time to time, but you know, it's just a different animal for the past several years. You can try it though. I don't have anything working in it right now, but if you go to the dashboard and pull up my watch list, it should be on the watch list. Okay, what position to do if you're going to do it. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. We got to wrap this up. So let me go into the overnight news because that is important. All right. Let's see here. Give me just a second. All right. Here we go. Here we go. This will be our last thing, and then I got to run, unfortunately. All right. But I'll be back. Okay, so global stocks bounce as investors shrug off approval of China's new draconian law on Hong Kong and look to galactic coronavirus stimulus. In Europe and Japan, investors cheered the proposal of major new stimulus packages, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng dipped and U.S. futures were mixed. Billionaire investor Carl Icahn dumped all of his Hertz shares in an almost $2 billion loss after the car rental giant's bankruptcy. Billionaire investor Carl Icahn sold his 39% stake in Hertz in an almost $2 billion loss on Tuesday after the car rental giant filed for bankruptcy last week. Wow. Wow. A big billionaire taking a bath. Oh, it's funny how this first article said, saying China's, taking their galactic coronavirus stimulus. What do you call what the U.S. is doing? If China's stimulus is galactic, then the U.S. is out otherworldly. We're not even in the same solar system, galaxy, or outer space conglomerate. Well, we're somewhere else. We're in a third dimension or eighth dimension. We've been gone out of reality. What are you talking about? Mohammed El-Arian compared coronavirus stimulus packages to a poker game and warned policymakers going all in could backfire. Governments and central banks have made significant headway with their response to battle the coronavirus pandemic, but an all-in approach could backfire, according to Mohammed El-Arian, chief economic advisor at Alliance. All right. An Amazon warehouse worker said engineer Tim Bray didn't take it far enough when slamming the company for firing whistleblowers. Another Amazon employee has come out accusing the company of retaliating against dissent and union organizing. Sounds like a Walmart page out of their script book. All right. Payment startup Marqeta raises $150 million, hits $4.3 billion valuation. Payment card issuing startup Marqeta has raised $150 million from a U.S. institutional investor. Notice that I'm not saying who it is. We're going to tell the story. Tell the story. Doubling its valuation of $4.3 billion, the company said on Thursday. Why do we care? How is that news? Why is that company's news different than anyone else's? Trump leapfrogs back ahead of Obama in stock market gains. U.S. President Donald Trump is once again beating predecessor Barack Obama in stock market performance following a stunning recovery on Wall Street. I don't know if I would call it a stunning recovery. The NASDAQ 100 technically has had a stunning recovery, but the rest of the indices have not. We have not turned from bearish to bullish. All right. We're not officially bull marketing ourselves. So I don't know why they over there trying to play the word game. All right. You can't play the word game, sir. It's not going to work. We don't have a word game situation going on in stock market. It's quite the opposite. Tell the truth. Stay in church, like Mama used to say. EasyJet stock surges 7% as it slashes up to 4,500 jobs over COVID-19 and warns demand won't fully return until 2023, not 2020, not 2021, not even 2022, but 2023. You, America, what is wrong with you people? According to this statement, we have not just destroyed the global economy, but more specifically, we have destroyed the next 3 years of productivity. Good God. What is wrong with these people? 2023? And notice this too. This part hasn't changed. It said the stock surged 7% after it fired 4,500 people. It gave out 4,500 pink slips. It gave out 4,500 brown boxes to clean off your desk and or cubicle and turn in your badge, which means they had to have 4,500 sheriffs to escort the 4,500 people off the premises. And Wall Street loved it so much that you were ruining lives that if the stock surged 7%. If you didn't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. Wall Street loves layoffs. It loves it. It feeds off of it. Why do they celebrate it? Well, technically speaking, if my payroll is $1 billion a month, now it's not, because I just let you go. So I can convert that savings into earnings through some magical Dungeons and Dragons accounting. Voila, profit, even though I ain't sold one widget. All right. Renault to take $3.6 billion euro hit from Nissan losses. Opening bell, folks. Well, don't worry about to wrap it up. French car maker Renault said on Thursday that losses at its Japanese partner Nissan, in which it has a 43% stake, would drag on its net earnings by 3.6 billion euros in the first quarter. First quarter earnings coming in, Okta, it's OKTA, and Dollar Tree are coming in. Economic data releases is U.S. initial jobless claims and gross domestic price, product price index are due. All right, man. So you know what it is. I gotta run. I will be back. Don't worry about it. Don't cry. I will be back. All right, you guys know what it is. PulseWaveTrading.com. We got that crazy new sale going on. You can come roll with us for $9, man. $9. You can come roll with us. You can trade and have in your hand, have access to the world's most powerful trading methodology on the planet for $9. You better take advantage because it ain't going to last for long. All right, with that being said, man, I'm out of here. Oh, yeah, Kyle, I did see that. Thank you, my man. I'll be working on that a little bit later, but good looking out. All right, so love you guys, man. You know what it is. Go make that money, break that bread in the market today. You know what it is. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what profit you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.